Hey, gang, we're here for an upper body pull and core workout. So we are going to get right to it. We'll have a very quick warm up. I just did a 5 minute bike ride. So 5 minutes on a walk or a slow jog or on a bike is a great way to get the body moving a little bit, get the blood flowing, and then we're going to stretch, get right into the workout. We've got 2 circuits and then a 3 minute EMOM. So I'm gonna try to get my music up. Wish me luck. So while I'm doing this, feel free to start some slow jumping jacks or invisible jump rope, something to get the blood flowing again. All right, not sure music is in the cards for me today. We're gonna jump into tabletop position and just get into a nice and easy bird dog to warm up the spine, the core, the low back, the shoulders. I love pairing an upper body pull, which is mostly back, with core because the low back is certainly part of the core as well. So all of the moves in this workout tie in really nice, and it's very difficult, honestly, to get a good back workout in at home. But if you are at home, I'm going to walk you through how to do that, how to get the most effective back workout at home. If you are at the gym, take advantage of what you have at the gym. I'm going to be using a heavy barbell or a T-bar for bent over rows. You can take advantage of the cable machine at the gym instead of resistance bands. So there's a number of things that you can do definitely at the gym that you can't do at home. However, that doesn't mean you can't get a great effective back workout at home. Good, so we're lifting the chest only. We're gonna transition to lower from the hips to the shoulders, just relax that part of the body, and we're gonna raise those legs up only. All right, so firing up the glutes a little bit. Now we're gonna put both of these together and keep your hips on your mat or on the ground, whatever surface you're using, and lift both at the same time, lower. Make sure you engage for about a second or two and lower. Relax the head, neck, and shoulders and keep the gaze down. Touch your nose to your mat. Awesome. Last 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Let's slowly bring it up. If I didn't mention, we should have gone over the setup. We're using resistance bands today. I've got a variety of dumbbells and I have a T-bar, which you can use, a T-bar, barbell, whatever you've got for heavy underarm rows or bent over rows. Resistance band, you'll need one of these in the warm-up. You can also use a PVC pipe or just like a straight bar if you've got like a light, something light. Over and back. I like using a resistance band because obviously it's flexible. Good. 3, 2, 1. Raise that bar up. Just give me single arm lat pulls. And a warm up like this really can help that mind to muscle connection. So when you're working the lats, for example, or your shoulder blades, or your rear delts, these are muscles that are typically hard to target, right? So your biceps might want to take over, other areas in your shoulders or triceps might want to take over. So I'm asking you to really put that mind to muscle connection to work and you know, almost as if you're, I use this analogy a lot, but squeezing a tennis ball in between your armpit and the rib cage while keeping that core nice and engaged, all right? But that's gonna help you warm up. That's also gonna help you target the areas of focus specifically we're looking to work today. So even though my music is not happening for me just the way I wanted it to, that's okay. Grab a quick sip of water, stretch out anything else you want to stretch out, and we're gonna get into circuit one. Circuit one, we'll be using your band. You can use a heavy resistance band or a light resistance band. Take a couple practice reps if needed. We're gonna go into an upright row. So I would suggest getting a nice wide stance for this first move here. And then we're gonna move into single arm lat raises. So what we're gonna do in the single arm lat raises is actually sort of work both sides. Static side, one full rep on the other, and then that becomes the static side. One full rep on the other side. So 30-second blocks of work. You're going to try to get 8 to 12 reps per each block of work. We move into a plank hip dip. So you can go with weight, without weight with those. 30 seconds on the right, 30 seconds on the left. So we got 1, 2, 4x3 circuit to kick things off. Oh, what is happening here with my timer? There we go. Okay, so banded upright row. And the goal is to transition quickly to the next move. Okay, so right here, keep those elbows above the wrist. I love mixing in resistance bands. It's just gentler. Of course, if this is just not challenging enough for you, even with a heavy resistance band, switch over to your weights if you feel you're going to get more out of that with weights. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, my shoulders are warmed up. Lock those wrists in place. Static side. Boom, 1 full rep. That becomes the static side. Now I'm used to using 8s for lat raises. This already feels challenging for me. That's okay, we'll work through it. You're more than halfway. So, if you notice a theme here, this first circuit, yes, shoulders. All right, all of the pull shoulder moves. 3, 2, so good, awesome job. Plank, you can go with weight for your hip dip. If so, get your weight in position first. Boom. Little pulses. Awesome work for 3. 2, slowly lower that thing down. Place it down. Switch it up. Awesome job, focus, stay with. I know you're burning, I'm burning too. 3, 2, and 1. Settle down. Oh, circuit 1. Holy moly, circuit 1. That is awesome work. Awesome, awesome work. Music, can we get something? No? No, not today. It's just not in the cards, I think. All right, we'll close that out. And head right back to the top. Now, you might have been thinking like, resistance band for upright rows, I don't know. Maybe I could go heavier. Maybe I could switch to weights. I'm thinking this round 2, that this resistance is actually perfect for me. I was kind of like, well, we'll see. We'll see how things progress. No, I'm burning already. I'm burning. And I did not skip pull last week. Did not skip it. So with everything, make sure the core is fully engaged. 3, 2, and 1. Now remember with lat raises, you're not actually coming fully to the side. You're going to come a little bit forward and to the side in your lat raises. Good for 3, 2, and 1. Holy shit. Woo! All right. Hip dips. Side plank. Here we go. So yes, the core is doing most of the work. Obliques doing most of the work here. But don't underestimate the amount of shoulders that we're putting in. 3, 2, and 1. Take your time. Switching the position. That weight up. Nice strong side plank. Again, if that weight is too much for you, change up your weight selection or just go body weight. No shame in that game. But I love planking and side planking and all of the core stabilization moves because this is really 3, 2, 1, slow it down. How you develop that deep core strength that is really, really critical for everything that we do day to day. So all of your functional movements day to day, all of your getting up and going, you're bending over, you're going up steps, so think of all of the times in your life that you lifted something up with your back and just tweaked something or it didn't feel right. This developing the deep core work will eliminate all of that, okay? If you have a strong core and you begin to use it with everything that you do outside of exercise, that's where you become a much more functional human, right? That's where you improve your quality of life. If you could start to learn how to lift with the legs and engage the core, you're not going to be throwing your back out every time you try to bring the groceries in the door, right? You're not going to be schlepping your kids' stuff on one side and tweaking your low back in a subtle jerk, right? So that's why I put so much focus and emphasis on this stuff because it really, really is critical when we're talking about quality of life stuff, you guys. So last round, best round. And if you're unsure if your core is engaged, cough and get in touch with that feeling, right? Or go to brace your abs like as if a toddler's running up to hug you, okay? That is essentially what I mean. And you can practice this. You can practice deep core engagement and breathing outside of your exercise. 3, 2, 1, lat raising. First, roll those wrists back, okay? Make sure there's no unnecessary pressure on your forearms. Awesome work, stay with it. Good for 3, 2, and 1. Awesome, awesome job. Here we go. Yeah, I hear this stuff so often, you guys. So often. I was doing so well in my workout routine and everything like that, and then I tweaked my low back. Or I was doing too much HIIT and cardio,
and I fucked up my knee, or I tore, I pulled a hamstring or whatever. So this is why I'm so relentless when I'm talking about prioritizing a strength program. If you can't tell me what your fitness routine looks like or what your weekly split looks like on any given day, any given week, you've got problems. That means you're doing random shit. And when you're doing random shit, you end up with inconsistent results and you end up with an injury, okay? You're susceptible to overtraining and you will inevitably see an injury, tweak something, or bottom line, you just won't see results doing that, okay? So commit to a weekly split, even if it is 3 days a week. I did a full training on this on how to determine your best split, and 3 to 4 days a week is perfect if you're consistent, okay? I like 4 to 5, but you do you, okay? As long as you are consistent. So, circuit 1 is done. We're gonna move to circuit 2. We've got a single arm reverse fly. We've got an underarm row. So, face pulls, you're gonna have to secure one or both of your bands around a piece of furniture. So I'm gonna do that. And make sure you've got your underarm rowing weight nearby. So I'm gonna use 15s for that. Okay. Let's see. All right, so kneeling reverse fly. I'm gonna use 8s for this guy. Looks sort of like this. Runner's lunge. Slight lean forward. And we're just putting a lot of emphasis on that one side. Okay, so single arm, reverse fly. Make sure you're leading with the elbow. Make sure you're hitting between 8 to 12 reps if possible. But again, gaze forward, about 2 to 3 feet in front of the front toe. Head, neck, shoulders relaxed. 3, 2, switch it up. Real quick transitions. Now guys, I know it's tempting, like this is Thanksgiving week. We've got a lot of events, Friendsgivings, outings, Christmas parties, right? You name it. I know it can feel really, really tempting to compensate, all right? To restrict certain meals leading up to or after some sort of event. Maybe you've overindulged. Maybe you overindulge every weekend, so you go back to restricting every single week or doing extra cardio to burn off extra calories. I'm telling you right now, that process and that mindset alone will fuck you over, okay? So you need to work out of that. If you're not in my Facebook group, where I talk to you guys about these types of trainings all the time, about mindset strategy, getting out of the all or nothing mentality. If you're not engaged in that group, I want you to get in there and start engaging, because the mindset strategy is what's going to sustain your results or keep you spiraling, okay? So with that type of mindset, you will struggle, you will spiral. I know this firsthand because I've been there, I've already done it. I want to save you months and years of yo-yoing, and understand that you can create that balance of maintaining a healthy weight and enjoying all of the foods you love without restricting, without going the fuck overboard, okay? Nobody needs to go overboard and go ham when you're really eating foods that you love all of the time without restricting anything, okay? There's no need to go overboard and call it, what is the word, like self-control. There's no need to implement self-control when you're never restrictive in the first place. Okay? So the binge is not a binge problem, it's a restrict problem. And you need to get control of that type of mindset. Here we go, same thing, reverse flying. Circuit 2. I'm just gonna keep talking about this stuff. Honestly. Because tis the season. Tis the season to get all of your family members unsolicited diet advice, and there's so much food, and people want to talk about food and fixate on it and project their own issues and relationship to food and make it other people's problems. I'm telling you, if you're secure in your relationship to food, that's all you'll ever need. You'll never need an outside source. You can ignore the noise. You can ignore the distractions. You can ignore all of the detoxes marketed to you and all of the things you think you should do, right? If you are confident and secure with your relationship to food, that's what I teach. That's the main framework in my coaching, is to develop that trust, to eliminate emotional eating, to distinguish between physical and emotional hunger, and to establish sustainability, right? I think that's the thing everyone in the long run is after. It's not weight loss, it's how do I keep it off? How do I keep it off with ease and live my life and just enjoy existing without food stress, without fear of food, right? That's the key that I think everyone needs to unlock here. Good for 3, 2, and 1. Here we go, face pulse. Hopefully my blabbing to you guys about this shit is somewhat of a distraction that allows you to lift more volume and get more reps in. Hopefully. I love that. We're coming up to our last round of circuit 2, and I will go over your 3-minute EMOM. Awesome work for 3, 2, 1. So good. Okay, we've got our last round. Last round of circuit 2. I'm gonna get right to it, but if you need more recovery, take it. Okay? Now, going back, in my 3-part masterclass series, which you can catch up on, you can binge it before I archive it. Something I mentioned was it is very difficult at the end of the day to market to a highly educated person. Okay, so all of the diet gimmicks, all of the weight loss products, supplements, programs, cookie cutter diets out there, that shit cannot be marketed to you if you are highly educated. Okay, and that's something that I'm very passionate about bringing to the table. I fell for all of the diet marketing tactics. I really did. I fell for all of the calorie restriction. I did all of the diets. I did all of the yo-yoing. In my opinion, I feel like at times I did it all for you guys. So if I can save anyone that, if I can save the stress, the frustration, then to me, I've done my job. I really have. Tips for Thanksgiving Day, you guys. I always post about tips, but here are my tips. Thanksgiving Day, enjoy all of the food. First and foremost, enjoy all of the food. Holidays are not a time for restriction. Eat breakfast, okay? Eat a normal breakfast Thanksgiving Day. Keep your blood sugar regulated. Keep your hunger at bay, all right? There's really no need to eat until you're uncomfortably full or stuffed or engorged just because it's a holiday. You know, when you think about it, you can eat turkey and stuffing and mashed potatoes anytime. You don't need a holiday for that. So eat breakfast, maybe even eat lunch, hydrate, get a good workout in, move your body, but don't go overboard with it. And don't go overboard with your foods. Enjoy what you like. Have maybe a little bit more of the things that you don't get to eat very often. Enjoy everything. And then the following day, you go right back to your regular routine. You don't skip breakfast. You have a normal breakfast. You eat a normal lunch, right? Because there's just no need for it. There's literally no need to compensate, okay? So don't go overboard. Don't do anything drastic. Don't think that you're gonna gain 5 pounds in a day. It's just mathematically impossible, right? So you definitely won't. Don't be stepping on the scale obsessively. The scale fluctuates day to day, constantly. All right, so you just enjoy the holiday and you don't worry about if you're gonna gain, maintain, lose. You just enjoy all of the family, friends, and all of the beautiful things about the holiday without guilt, without stress, without overthinking, okay? All right, let's get into this 3-minute EMOM. We've got 6 reps of everything. We're gonna start with plate raises, all right? 6 reps of plate raises. Then we've got a T-bar or barbell row. So if you have access to a barbell, I'm gonna go T-bar with a little attachment there. So regular bent over row. And then we've got seated Ys. So I'll demo that for you. You're gonna take your resistance band, seated, wide stance here, and bring it up to a seated Y. 6 reps. So you determine how much rest you get, essentially going into minute 2 and then minute 3. All right, 3-minute EMOM, 6 reps. Starting right now. If you don't have a plate, feel free to use dumbbells. Go heavier than you think you need to, okay? Just go heavier. It's only 6 reps. Barbell or T-bar, bent over row. We are over 30 seconds in. Good, 15 seconds to recover for me. 3 rounds, 3-minute EMOM. 10 seconds to recover. Go ahead and grab your plate for round 2 or your dumbbells, whatever you've got. Here you go. Minute 2 or round 2. Good. Bringing that thing to shoulder height. So good. 15 seconds to recover. 1 final round coming. Oh my goodness. 5 more seconds. Here we go. Get your plate. Last round. Best round. I know, those shoulders are freaking burning for me too. Six. Try to make sure I'm in frame for y'all here. last one got me. That last one really got me. What's cool about this week is we get a little recovery in between our upper body. So tomorrow we're going legs. Then we bring it back for upper body. 5 seconds. I lost count. All right, 6. Then we get our turkey burn, full body, and then full recovery on Friday. So, way to kick off this week, doing something challenging, getting it done, no excuses. I am super proud of y'all. See you tomorrow for legs. Go slay the rest of your day. And I'll see you next time.